Have you ever wondered if giants truly exist? What if I told you they are more real than you think and might be living among us? Welcome to the enigmatic world of the Nephilim, the biblical giants, the sons of Anak. Their existence is documented in the Bible, specifically the book of Numbers, chapter 13, verse 33, where it is written, "And there we saw the giants, the sons of Anak, which come of the giants, and we were in our own sight as grasshoppers, and so we were in their sight." These beings are described as other dimensional creatures, set to return to earth to coexist with mankind. A prophecy not just found in the sacred texts, but also speculated by some among us. Sightings have been reported in remote areas, often near rocks and mountains. Could these ancient beings really be dwelling in the corners of our world, unseen by most, yet perceived by a few? The biblical evidence is clear. But what about modern sightings? Could these ancient beings truly be among us? The Bible paints a vivid image of these giants, the Nephilim. Let's delve into these ancient texts. These beings of colossal stature have their roots deep in biblical history. Their mention can be found in the book of Genesis, where they are described as the offspring of the sons of God and the daughters of men. The term Nephilim itself is often translated to mean the fallen ones, or the fallen angels who did not keep their first estate and were thrown out of heaven down to earth. Deuteronomy 14, 132:5. According to these sources, these fallen ones had begun to pursue bodily interests, and so took wives of the daughters of men who bore giants. Their size and might are also highlighted in the book of Numbers, specifically in chapter 13, verse 33. Here, the Israelite spies returned from Canaan and reported that they had seen giants, the sons of Anak, who were of the Nephilim. In their own words, "We were in our own sight as grasshoppers, and so we were in their sight." This comparison to grasshoppers speaks volumes about their towering stature and imposing presence. The Nephilim were not just giant beings. They were mighty warriors, men of renown. Their presence was intimidating, their strength unrivaled, and their impact on the people around them was profound. They were beings that inspired awe and fear in equal measure. Now let's tie this biblical narrative to the present-day theories surrounding these enigmatic beings. The Nephilim are not just a part of our past, but may still be present today. Some believe that they reside in remote areas, hidden away from the public eye. There are even accounts of military encounters with these beings, describing them as having 6 fingers and 6 toes, a characteristic often associated with the giants of old. This connection between the biblical accounts and modern-day records adds another layer to the mystery surrounding the Nephilim. They are no longer confined to the pages of an ancient text, but are brought to life in our modern world, adding a new dimension to their enigma. The Bible gives us a fascinating insight into these beings, but could they have survived till today? Reports of giant sightings in remote areas have fueled the belief that Nephilim might still exist. In recent years, there's been a surge of alleged Nephilim encounters, particularly in remote and mountainous regions. These accounts often describe towering figures with a stature far exceeding that of an average human, and peculiar features such as 6 fingers on each hand and 6 toes on each foot, a detail echoed in biblical descriptions of the Nephilim. One such incident involved a group of explorers in a remote region of Afghanistan. They reported encountering a gigantic humanoid in a cave, a figure so large they initially mistook it for a rock formation. This creature, they claimed, had an aggressive demeanor and an unusual number of digits, fitting the description of a Nephilim. But it's not just adventurers and explorers who've reported these encounters. There are also accounts from military personnel who claim to have come face to face with these giant beings. One such account from a retired soldier recounts a chilling episode where his unit was attacked by a colossal entity during a reconnaissance mission in a remote mountain range. The encounter, he claimed, resulted in the loss of one of their comrades. This became one of the stories that became top secret, as there was an eyewitness that even mentioned taking this giant captive, but the story stops there. Usually such records are top secret and are not meant to be told to the masses. Ironically, This was also the case with UFOs until recently the government has finally revealed their existence, though they were covered up for decades and decades. In a world where the strange and unexplained often lurk in the shadows of our understanding, the question of the Nephilim's existence remains an enigma. If these creatures truly walk among us, where do they reside? When will they step out of the shadows and reveal themselves to mankind?